So today is another beautiful day. So right now I've been working in WordPress, and everything's so much easier now than it was, say, 20 years ago. I tried doing WordPress back then, and it was too complicated. When you're running a business, for 10 hours a day, and you're doing this in the evenings, you just don't have the time to learn it. So we made the decision that we're going to go ahead and get educated on the advertising stuff so that we can monitor it better. Eventually, we won't have enough time to do this, and we'll have to have help. Until we can afford that help, we're going to learn how to do it. So that's the decision that we made. So at this point, we were going to go ahead and open a location up in Sarasota and actually go and buy a building and rent it and so on and so forth. So we had a business meeting a couple days ago. We're talking to Talon, and Talon's like, well, I can easily run this from here for a good period of time. I don't really need to have the trucks and everything up there, and we don't need to run it from up there. He's like, we just need the Reuse It Pros part up there. And Logan and I had a little business meeting the next morning, and I kind of thought that through. Now we're in a declining market. We can service it from here. It would help us to keep more of our guys busy here, and then we can use them in both areas. We're not going to have enough business there initially to keep multiple trucks running. So because we're in a declining market, and because we don't want to have a bunch of expenses, and because this is the season that our business is not the busiest, our busiest season is when everybody goes home, starting, say, in April, or normally it's right about Easter. So when Easter comes, that's the end of our season. So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do for now. If we get really, really busy up there, well, it's going to be a different story. Right now, we're not. We're just not. So we're not getting the traction that we thought we would get with the advertising and that. So we're doing a bunch of things. I absolutely certain that it will get traction, probably for sure, right when we get into season, which is going to be fun because servicing that marketplace and this marketplace from here would be difficult. So at that point, we'll go ahead and get our location. When I went up there 5 months ago and drove around looking for a good location for us and trying to get some idea of the traffic patterns, there was like nothing up for rent. This last time when I went up there, well, there were multiple places for rent. So that is feeding into my theory that we're in a declining market, or the market, is getting soft. Beyond that, we're hearing it here. We're hearing our contractors say, that they're making noises that they don't normally ever make. Normally, they're so busy they can't keep up, and it's just there's no end in sight. So we're getting a lot of phone calls, people wanting to get hired. So that's another thing that's happening. The tourist season starts here. We're in September and October, which are the deadest months at all in Florida. So there's not really much going on now. But when we go into, say, when we start getting close to Thanksgiving, and our season for our Airbnbs pretty much starts about December 15th. The other indicator that we're in a declining market is our Airbnbs are down by probably 20 to 30%. So, and that's very unusual. Normally we stay busy, we stay packed every weekend, and it's kind of hit or miss during the week during our the summer months, and then when we get into the December 15th on all the way through, say, May 30th. Sometimes it's May 30th, sometimes it's shorter than that. Last year it was shorter than that. And we stay just booked the whole time. So we make the majority, almost all of our money on Airbnbs just in this one season. We feed them a little bit during out of season. We got pretty much all high-end stuff on the water. So it's just the nature of the business. Hopefully, I don't know, maybe that'll change. Back to WordPress. WordPress is the bomb. I am probably 10% as far as setting it up. So it's just as easy to use as the website builder that was on GoDaddy. Now I'm hosting it with someone else. They The nice thing about WordPress is it integrates with the Google tags and the pixels, and it gives us a lot more information to run our company off of. Right now, we're just kind of like, it's kind of like throwing spaghetti against the wall. You just really don't know what's working and what's not working. When I'm talking to Lisa, who answers our phones, she's saying, I'm getting nothing, getting zero. Now we're spending $300 to $500 a day on our best keywords. So I'm going through this whole thing. I'm going to go re-SEO everything. I'm going to go through and just revamp the whole thing. It's, you know, it's antiquated. It works for us. You know, your website's a brochure, you know. So we're going to make our brochure look better, and we're going to make sure that it has the backlinks that it's supposed to have, and it's supposed to have the SEO and so on and so forth. So we're going to make Google look at us and go, these guys are good. They've been around for a long time. They got a lot of Google reviews. Let's send people to them. So that's what we're trying to do. The other thing we got going on is this Opus One program that takes our videos and spits out a bunch of shorts. We've been throwing shorts out. So some of them not very good. Some of them kind of ending kind of funny. So we're fixing that. And the amount of traffic that we've been able to increase is good for us. Nowhere near what it could be. I don't know, man. I guess it's just going to grow as fast as it's going to grow. We're getting like, our best shorts are getting like 3,500 views in a couple days. A lot of them are getting about 2,000 views. But it is making more traffic. So when I woke up this morning, we haven't had a lot of comments for a couple of weeks. When I woke up this morning, I had 30 comments to do, and they were all different videos. So that means people are going and looking at different stuff on our site. So that's awesome. I love that. The junk removal one, there's not much traction going on in that. And I did a little analysis of our Pure Entrepreneur site, which is this site. And the majority of all of our views are coming from 2 different videos. So that means we got 2 decent videos, and the rest of the stuff is not really getting that much traction yet. So, and other thing that we're doing is we're going to bring content on how to do what we do. Not that we are doing it better than anybody else. We're going to show you how we have done it. And I'm not saying you should do it this way. I'm just saying that's how we've done it. If you want to emulate what we do and be successful at the level that we have been able to become successful, you know, this is a path. So the first book coming out is going to be a junk removal book. It should be ready soon. The editing guys are taking forever. These guys tell you a bunch of stuff up front, and they're not following through. They're 6 weeks past their 6 weeks that they were going to take to do this. The other book, the Demolition book, I'm talking to him yesterday, and I don't know. I am so disappointed in a lot of the things that people do. It's just disappointing. What they told me, they're not doing either. All right, we'll work on one thing at a time. So by the end of the next couple of days, I'm going to have the WordPress site up. I'm going to take the WordPress site and I'm going to hook it into the Go High Level, and then I'm going to take the Go High Level, and both our site and Go High Level has the ability to take stuffed content and throw it into all the different social media outlets that we use. So that I'm terribly excited about. I can't wait to get it set up, and that's what we're working on right now. So once that gets done, then then we'll figure out what the next most important thing is. So currently, more business now is what we're focusing on, and to keep things going at a steady pace. So be consistent. Be consistent on this vlog. Be consistent on YouTube while we grow into all this other stuff. So it's Remove It Pros Demolition. Remove It Pros Pure Entrepreneur is this site. Our Remove It Pros Junk Removal is the other site. And we'll see you on the next video. Thanks.